The following program may contain mild coarse language. All views and opinions expressed are a sole reflection of the hosts and not Toronto Metropolitan University.
You're tuned in to the Mixtapes.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 30 of the Mixtapes, the show that picks the best albums for any scenario this season. Yep.
Yes.
I'm Kaili.
I'm John Michael.
And yeah, welcome to the show. Today we've got a theme that I'm personally very excited about. I think this is the first theme that I came up with when we were talking about doing albums for this season, and that theme is
concepts.
The concept of concept albums. If you don't know the meme that we're referencing, it's
then turn the show off.
Oh,
because we're not for you.
Kind of true. Then yeah, the humor you might not really understand, but yeah, it's like this meme of Cynthia Erivo, who plays Elphaba in Wicked. If you also don't know who Cynthia Erivo is, sorry, you got to give the viewers some context.
So there is a movie called Wicked.
So there is this movie called Wicked, and it's actually based off this book. And then, anyways,
which was based off a movie, which was based off a book.
And then it just keeps going. But yeah, Cynthia Erivo, there's just this one like gif of her where she's doing this thing, where she's just like thinking of an answer to a question. She's going like this. And then Twitter blew it up and they were like, the concept of blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's the meme, guys.
The concept of us doing a concept of episode. You can see Kylie recreating it there on the cover.
Yeah. Thanks to our friend Jenqua for taking that picture. And thanks for the 3DS for being goated, because I took it on the 3DS.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't like the phone aesthetics, so I went with the 3DS pick.
Nice.
Anyways, yeah.
But Kylie, before we get into this week's episode, congratulations, you've been nominated for a Tara for Best On-Air Host.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyways.
So, hey, you hear that, Taras?
Oh.
I know they're listening.
Oh.
They're watching today to be like, should I choose her as the best on-air host for factual, lifestyle, or entertainment, including Spirit Live. Which actually all the nominees are Spirit Live hosts, so.
Well, thank you so much for the congrats, John Michael. It means a lot. So who knows, maybe by this time next week, or in this time in like I was gonna say 48 hours, but that's not correct. In 72 hours, I'll just go straight 3 days. In 72 hours, this will be a 2-time Tara winning show through like our actual Tara win for this show, and then through my hosting, I guess. I don't really know, but you know what? Hey guys, I just love doing this, so that's all that really matters to me. But yeah, why don't we get into it? Guys, we're going back to our roots today.
That's so true. I didn't even clock that.
We are going back to our roots today because if you think about season 1, if you've been here since season 1, there was like 2 artists that actually, I mean, it was like there was 3 artists, but there's 2 artists that were really played in that one season. Those 2 artists, Taylor Swift, top artist, and Nicki, second top artist. Not Minaj. Miss, oh my god, Indonesian girl Nicki, Asian girl Nicki of 88 Rising, one may say. Yes. And so I guess I kind of like spoiled it, but also like I always have whatever CDs that I own up here as set design, so I've also kind of spoiled John Michael's. But today I will be talking about Nicki's debut album, Moonchild. Anyways, so as a 15-year-old, Moonchild was really quite fascinating to me. At that point in my life, I'd never really consciously listened to a concept album that like as dedicated to its universe and the idea as like Nicki had been to hers. So this album, to be real, this album may not be what critics will call the greatest concept concept album of all time. If anything, a lot of people say that it's kind of mid. But to me, it was really what like cemented Nicki as one of my favorite artists because of her storytelling abilities. And as if she was truly committing to the bit, the concept of Moonchild was born at an ungodly hour of night when Nicki would stay up writing music. She started in an unconventional way, picking out titles that she thought sounded pretty and would tell the story efficiently and in a linear manner. These songs then became what she called phases, with each phase narratively mimicking a phase of the moon. The first phase, or crescent moon, showcases the narrator's innocence, their curiosity, and the desire to embark and explore this new world that they found themselves in. And then the second phase, it's either described as a half moon or an eclipse. But this phase is really meant to show like, was it loss of hope or disillusionment? And finally, you have the full moon, or phase 3, when the narrator is coming to kind of like their moment of self-actualization or whatever, some self-discovery, and they're basically just finding their true strength. And while this album is framed within its own universe, and it does tell this like very precise and cohesive linear story of identity, love, empowerment, like all those universal themes. It was truly just an outlet for Nicki to grapple with her newfound fame and increasingly demanding career. And yeah, I just think it was pretty cool how she was able to capture it all in this album and through this like quote unquote fictional world, but it was all just kind of about herself and her story. And yeah, that's Moonchild. Actually, wait, one more thing that I want to say that I completely forgot to write down in my notes. This was the thing that I don't know if like everybody remembers applying to RTA back when we were like in grade 12 or
back
anything.
When you had to apply and you didn't just submit your grades. Back when you had to interview.
Back when you had to write things. One of my supplementary applications was where we had to like turn another piece of media into a different like form of media or whatever. And so I chose to talk about this album because of its like very clear narrative. And so I basically was like, we'll turn Moonchild into a movie, kind of like a jukebox musical, but it's like just going along the album itself. And basically it's like, here's what each song would be in the process of the story. And so I had it as like an idea where it's like, there's a line in one of her songs that I've played on the mixtapes before called Celine, where she said, all of my dreams are going lucid. And so it's basically, I just took this idea where it's like this lucid dreamer, she gets sent into this world, and then that's how she's like this other land, other fantasy world, but then that's how she's finding herself and stuff like that. And honestly, like, yeah, so this album, it has just been really, really impactful to me. And I'll get to my show and tell later. But yeah, that's Moonchild. John Michael, do you want to go with you want to talk about your other night-themed album?
Yes. I was going to make that joke.
Oh,
but also
sorry.
It's funny because for that same thing for my RTA application, I did it on Folklore. I didn't do it on the album I'm talking about. But it's kind of like...
Yeah, I remember that too. Where it's like you turned that into like a short series, I think?
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Hey, we got in. That's all that matters. But for my pick today, I'm going to be talking about Midnights by Taylor Swift.
Midnights. Sorry.
Meet me at midnight. And it's her 10th studio album. It's, I'd say, one of the most impactful albums of her career. Won her the third album of the year at the Grammys.
Wait.
You're right. Fourth. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm...
Yeah, fourth. Because that's when she made history.
In my mind, I was like 1989 came after.
It was Fearless.
No.
What? No, the Taylor's version. Yeah. But it was Fearless 1989, Folklore, and then Midnights.
Yes. So this, you might be like, how's that a concept album? And that's a valid question. And we'll be getting into, is it really a concept album? But I think at the end of the day, a concept, if an artist claims something is a concept album when they're making it, it technically is. And in interviews, Taylor Swift said, this is about 13 sleepless nights throughout her life, what kept her up, all the different things you've been doing at midnight. Are you stuck in that lavender haze, rolling around in love? Are you
rolling around? Sorry, I'm reposting our like live in 10 minutes story to my own thing, and then I'm just here rolling around.
Yes, she's like in those bed sheets, lavender haze, rolling around. That's the visuals of the album, especially on the Eras tour. The visuals for when she's playing Lavender Haze is her rolling around.
That's true, actually, yeah. In a little lavender field.
Then you have her reminiscing on childhood, being a lonely child, having lovers that, just were different than her fame, wanting to, but also at midnight, you're out partying. You're living your life. You're not locked in the basement. So, ultimately, we'll get into, do we think these songs are actually 13 Sleepless Nights Out Her Life? Or is this a Joe Alwyn breakup album, actually? Oh. Is it #Jover?
Hey, well, one may say that those are technically 13 sleepless nights in her life, but she just framed it as it's going to be throughout her whole life, when actually it was like the past year.
Yes. But I'm just talking about the standard Midnight edition, not 3 a.m. edition, not Till Dawn edition, not like hanky panky polka dot edition. You know what I mean? Like, we're not doing like the sapphire blue lavender swirl vinyl press version.
Although I do have the lavender CD, I will say that.
Because it's a concept album. She chose these 13 specific tracks, and we're gonna be judging her on those. Although I really love some of the 3 a.m. tracks, so we do it. But ultimately, this is her work with Joe Alwyn. That's like the only producer she worked on these 13 tracks.
Jack Antonoff.
What did I say?
Joe Alwyn.
Anyway.
William Bowery, one may say.
And ultimately, I think Midnights is doing what Taylor Swift does best, returning to form, being a pop storyteller with her sidekick Jack Antonoff on the synth piano, just playing around.
Wow. I like how whenever we do like our little just both of us episodes, and by that I mean whenever, it's like been 2, but whenever we have our little both of us episodes, and then we have a very general theme rather than like this has to be the theme of the album, if that makes sense, because we had debuts and then we had concepts, whereas like with like Cat we did Delulu, and so that's like this has to be delusional, so therefore it's like all of them, there's a clear through line. But then for this one, it's like for this and debuts, it's like wow, we just happen to pick really similar concepts, or really the way they come to be are really similar.
Yes.
And so yeah, that's pretty cool. But now I want to talk about my thesis of the album. Or actually, wait, I've decided I'm switching it up. What I'm gonna talk about, because I want to do my little show and tell, guys, because this, you're like, I always bring in merch as my little show and tell, and everyone's probably like, oh wow, okay, that's it. But like, I'm just bringing this because I like low-key, this was like my first super expensive piece of merch, because it was a collab between Nicki and Guess when she was releasing her Moonchild album, and like this was the most I'd ever spent on like a hoodie at that time, but I loved it. So here we have, hello, I can never like get this correct. Here we have a little Guess logo with the 3 phases of the moon. I don't think you can see that. Then on the back we have where it says Moonchild. Wow, so amazing.
Wow.
And then on the sleeve, though, this is where it gets lit, guys. This is where it gets lit. The phases of the moon on the sleeves, on both of them, actually. And low-key, like, when I purchased this hoodie, I thought the color of it was going to be a lot more of a bluey purple, or like a cooler purple, but it's actually really warm, and like the back of it's like pink and everything, and I thought these were gonna turn out as white instead of pink. But you know what, like, live, laugh, love. This was my first in my series of Nicki hoodies where I have one for every album that she's released. So guys, I'm actually a dedicated fan. When I say we're going back to our roots, we are truly going back to our roots. Even when I told Keely that I was picking a Nicki album, she's like, you do love You do love Nikki. So yeah, now I'm actually going to get into my thesis. So like I said, Moonchild is basically set in kind of like a fictional universe, at least. Some kind of otherworldly land, or at least that's how the music video of this thesis song kind of portrays. I do want to say though that like my thesis song is Switchblade, which is the second song on the album. I do want to say though that the first song on the album, Wide Open, and then it has in brackets it's like Forward, that one really introduces you to like the precarity of the land itself, and honestly like this land that she's found herself in, it seems dangerous, and like she's using all these different kind of like allegories or whatever, but it really just seems like an allegory for kind of the entertainment industry and everything. So there you see like how it's mirroring her life and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's maybe I'll like get into some lines of on that song in my like highlight section, but for now let's talk about Switchblade. So Switchblade, I think the reason why I chose this as a thesis instead of like the song that introduces you to the world is because Switchblade is more encompassing of the overall album themes. So it's like you found yourself in this new world, you're ready to take it on for better or worse, essentially. And you get this like sense of initial confidence as you're entering this world, because like you have that sense of curiosity as Nikki was trying to portray in the first phase of this album. And so the narrator, very curious, very whatever, and almost is like an overconfidence in a sense, where it's like I've come into this world, but nothing scares me about it. And so, yeah, and honestly, I think that Switchblade kind of goes through all the phases of this album in this one song. You got the Crescent phase, which I said was like curiosity, innocence, in lyrics like, what is this place? I think it's like this, the sky is vast and no one's a familiar face, but I'm not afraid. And then the Half Moon, which was that kind of like loss of hope and disillusionment or whatever. I just, there's no specific lyric, but I think it's just because like you get the overall sense of danger in surrounding this confidence of this narrator, because the narrator's saying like, oh, these are things that should be scaring me, but I'm not going to let it take me down. Which that part, you get to the eclipse with the line like, the winds of change have nothing on this Switchblade faith, because you get to that point of strength and stuff like that. So I think Switchblade is just very encompassing of the album, and it is the lead single off the album. So she did want to, Nikki herself basically was like, this is the thesis of my album. I'm bringing you into my world through this song. And yeah, honestly, it's kind of funny because I'm pretty sure she hates this song now. Like she was talking on TikTok where the song starts and she's singing in like super high notes, and I remember a TikTok of hers being like, or maybe it was a clip in an interview, she's like, bro, why did I start the song like that? That's so annoying. Why did I start with like and she's like, no, like why did I do that?
Me when I leave the fridge open.
That's so true. John Michael's fridge sings when you leave that open. But yeah, so I don't know. I thought Switchblade was pretty cool when it first released, even though, like I said, a lot of people are just like, yeah, mid. But hey, guys, I was 15, but even at 21, anyways, actually no, when I came out the song, when you
came out, midnight mixtapes exclusive.
When this song came out, I was 14 actually. But anyways, so yeah, 6 or 7 years later.
Guys, that's it. Cancel the show.
6 or 7 years later, oh my god, he actually pulled up this real life logo. Yeah, this song still holds. This song still sounds lit to me. I can't lie. I'm gonna stop talking now. I've been talking for way too long. This is Switchblade, guys.
This is looking like I might just wanna stay. Can't remember much about yesterday. Crown is glowing, I'm slowing my stride with every step. Electric rivers flow by the silhouette trees. We skinny dip and soak in all of our past dreams. And all my new friends dazzle like they're royals. This place, the skies are vast and no one's a familiar face. But I'm not afraid. Kinda feeling brave. The winds of change have nothing on the switchblade faith. I'll take it to my grave. The night is young and it's wild. I'm running free like a child on the crown of a mountain and a cookie going for miles. I don't know what's coming next. I feel it buzz in my legs, but heaven knows that I'm quick on my feet and good with a blade and some old-fashioned faith in a place like this. Feeling bulletproof and far from faces I don't miss. So many brand new risks to take, and I'm feeling brave. The winds of change have nothing on the switchblade faith. I'll take it to my grave. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm on my way. Bright as flicker, ain't no quitter, I'll be here to stay. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm not afraid. 'Cause I'm running with a switchblade. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm on my way. Bright as flicker, ain't no quitter, I'll be here to stay. Line and silver, grass is greener, and I'm not afraid. 'Cause I'm running with a switchblade.
Yep, that was it, guys. That's what 15-year-old me or 14-year-old me was like. This is music.
That was
This
good.
is crazy.
I like that.
Really? Yay. But yeah, honestly, but like I said, this actually is the most mid of all her albums, so you should go listen to her rest of her stuff.
Oh,
Because if you think this is good, then
all right.
then you know that she will be. Actually, she's changed her style a lot, so maybe you will actually like this the best. I can't lie.
Oh, so you say,
yeah.
John Michael, you're gonna like the worst
Oh,
album?
No, but I just mean like as an artist, she's improved, you know, because she was younger when she
Yes,
wrote
yes.
this, and then
I
yeah.
see.
But no, but I mean like
It's okay.
production
it's
style.
It's okay. It's okay.
You don't listen to rock music. She went to rock in the last album.
It's okay.
You listen to pop, bro. Anyways, okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, John Michael
So
likes
for
really
my-
mid music, which is why he's no.
Which is why I'm not nominated for best host.
I was gonna say
Wow.
which is why he's playing Midnights by Taylor Swift. But that was a diss because I do actually like this album.
More
So
hurtful. That's actually more hurtful than
no, I do like this album,
what I
guys.
thought you were gonna say. But yes, no, actually, it makes sense you're nominated and I'm not because my notes for this section is I didn't know what I was gonna play for the thesis song till like an hour ago.
That's true. We were in the car and we were talking about it.
Because like, I thought like a lot of different songs inhibit what Midnights is all about. Not inhibit, like include. Oh my god. Me when I try to use big words, let me take out the thesaurus. Like, but I've decided that to play Midnight Rain because A has Midnights in the title. But also it takes the concept of Midnights, what that means, as something like a concept of being dark and mysterious. She uses in this song, comparing like her lover is sunshine, she's midnight rain. She wants this fame, she wants that pain, but he just wants that safe life in their hometown. But ultimately, there's a line at the end of the song, or two lines, that I think could be like the thesis statement for the album as a whole. And that's when she said, I guess sometimes we all get some kind of haunted, and I never think of him except on midnights like this. Because all the songs are sort of, at midnight, what are you thinking about? What are you doing? And it's a very introspective album, but also she's looking back, but maybe looking forward. Maybe she's conceptualizing her relationship at the time through her past experiences. On another note, I think the production, the sound of the song is very Midnights as a whole.
Mm-hmm. I will definitely say that.
I remember listening to the album the first time. Where was everyone during the 2022 Midnight Rain jump scare? It's like you're listening to the tracks, and then she just goes, Rain! And this is track 6. It's right after You're on Your Own, Kid. And that song ends very, like, solemnly. Mm-hmm. You're like, wow, yeah, that was sad, blah, blah, blah. But, like, ends on a hopeful note, and then she's just like, I
also just want to jump in here and say that I do, like, I think it was our friend Janko who said, like, sometimes, like, Taylor Swift's writing is just like, okay, but then when she cooks. Like, she, like, you see why people call her, like, a really great songwriter. And, I mean, I think, like, the second verse, it came like a postcard, picture perfect, shiny family, holiday peppermint candy, but for him it's every day. So I peered through a window, a deep portal, time travel, all the love we unravel, and the life I gave away. Like, that is, like, so, wow, poetry, like the little postcard analogy, but she's like, so it seems like something that's so idealistic, but it's actually just, it's not for me. It's just something that was sent to me for a little bit, and then, but that's not the life that I want. Yeah. Which, like you said, is very... He was sunshine,
I was midnight rain. And that's also, like, a lot of the album is her being like, I'm this big monster. No one can love me because I'm Taylor Swift, basically. She's like, because of fame, because of who I am, blah, 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 blah.
But that's the life that she chose. That's the life she wanted. And unfortunately, some people couldn't keep up. But yeah. Shall we play the song, John Michael?
Yes.
All right, guys. Here's a little... we aren't going to jump scare you with this. Here's Midnight Rain by Taylor Swift.
He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain. He wanted a bride, I was making my own name, chasing that fame. He stayed the same, all of me changed like midnight.
Pageant queens and pretenders, but for some it was paradise. My boy was a montage, a slow motion love potion, jumping off things in the ocean. It broke his heart 'cause
wanted that pain. He wanted a bride, I was making my own name, chasing that fame. He stayed the same, all of me changed like midnight.
It came like a postcard, picture perfect, shiny family, holiday, peppermint candy. But for him, it's every day. So I peer through a window, a deep portal, time travel, all the love we unravel, and the life I gave away. Cause he was sunshine, I was midnight rain. He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain. He wanted a bride, I was making my own name, chasing that fame. He stayed the same, all of me changed like midnight.
He wanted it comfortable, I wanted that pain. He wanted a bride, I was making my own name, chasing that fame. He stayed the same, all of me changed like midnight.
I guess sometimes we all get just what we wanted, just what we wanted. And he never thinks of me, said when I'm on TV. I guess sometimes we all get some kind of haunted, some kind of haunted. And I never think of him, except on midnights like this, midnights like this,
Yes, Thesis. I do think that song is very encompassing of the whole album. So yeah, great pick, John Michael. So glad that you're able to figure that out.
Thank you.
Yeah, but now we're going to get into some highlights of these albums. And basically for my little highlight segment, I want to just go through like songs that I think are kind of theses per phase that Nikki's got going on. So yeah, I'll give you the track list. So phase 1, we've got Wide Open, and then Forward, Switchblade, Nightcrawlers, and Celine. Then phase 2, we got Tide, Pandemonium, and Lose. And finally, phase 3 is Plot Twist, If There's Nothing Left, and Drive On. And so I think each of these phases have like a very distinct sound to them, or like the whole album is very sonically cohesive, but I think in terms of tone, you do get the whole idea of disillusionment in the kind of darker sound that phase 2 brings. But yeah, I played Switchblade already. I did want to say, or do a little highlight of Wide Open, because I mentioned the lyrics beforehand, and so I pulled them up because I didn't want to get them wrong earlier, and I didn't have them pulled up yet. So in Wide Open, like I was saying, how this seems very much like an allegory for the entertainment industry. One of the lines, or like multiple of them, is like, there's too many demons, so girl, don't you give in. All of the voices around you saying you can spread your wings. Only if you spread those legs first, that's the bread and butter of this place. So it's like, dang, you know how it's like, you gotta kind of sell yourself to get to the top or whatever. But she's saying, don't give into that. And yeah, and there's like other lyrics like, people, she doesn't say that word, but I'm not swearing on Spirit Live. People with butter knives at the ready to spread the word to save their pretty face. So let these words be your saving grace. There's a much longer trail to blaze, and it's ours. So it's like this land is kind of sucks, but you know what? You can make it your own. And that's another reason why I think like Wide Open and Switchblade are kind of very much the thesis in a way, but I think just because of the confidence that is found in Switchblade, that's why I chose it as the thesis, and also because Nikki herself kind of does that. But yeah, what I was saying about the tone and how each section of the album kind of has its own tone, I do want to replay a song. You replayed Wish You Were Sober, so I'm taking that opportunity to replay Celine, because this is one of my favorite songs of all time. But just to spice it up, I will be playing the live version of it, or at least a portion of it, because guys, this song is just so good, and I can't believe that I haven't actually heard it live, because she didn't play any Moonchild songs. Actually, no, she played one of them, which I'm gonna put in my highlight. But yeah, she didn't play any Moonchild songs, or she only played one of them when I went to her show for the Buzz tour. But Celine is basically a song where she had this idea to have the moon goddess Celine possess the album for a hot second in the song. So it comes at the end of phase 1. And yeah, honestly, like you can really get a sense of this quote unquote possession, because it just really sounds a lot different than the production style from the rest of the album. But here's a little snippet of it just because I love it so much. Yeah, but the live version. So yeah, that track is a lot more jazzy than the rest of them, but hey, it's my favorite off the album. It was also one of the singles, so like, oh no, I'm a local, but like, she needs to do more stuff like this, man. It just sounds so good with her voice and everything. But yeah, now onto the highlight of phase 2, which is yet another single, but hey, she was just really good at choosing singles for this album that really represented them. There's a song called Lose, and honestly, it's so beautiful, and it's really devastating, actually. Like, you got 15-year-old me, like, crying. I wasn't actually crying, but, like, just so, like, sad at this song, even though it's, like, why would you ever relate to this ever? But yeah. And a little fun fact about this song is that it was actually done in one take, and she wanted it to have it as close to the raw vocals as possible, just to, like, get the theme of the song, essentially, because it's kind of like relationship insecurities, where you're kind of just like, this isn't working out, but like we can't keep losing, like we need to figure something out here, and kind of at the end it feels like a little bit hopeful, where she's like, maybe one day I can win this stupid thing called love. And wow, but like the strings, like I've said this before so many times on the mixtapes, I believe, you put strings in a song and I'm like, oh, this is a great song right here.
Real.
Yeah. And so also, like, there's a lot of strings throughout this album, which makes it very sonically cohesive. But yeah, I just think this song is really quite beautiful. If you can hear it playing in the background, hold on.
Don't play me for no fool. Yeah, you don't gotta lose your mind every time I don't call. And I should never.
So it's pretty simple. It's a piano ballad, but just something about it just gets me, man. It just gets me. And now finally, my last little highlight. I have this song, If There's Nothing Left, which I just think is such a cute song, because you truly get the idea of confidence in this song, because it's almost like an antithesis to Lose, because in this song she's so sure of like this strength in whatever relationship she's talking about, because she's essentially saying, if there's nothing left, I have you, and so many things could come our way, but no matter what, we're gonna stay strong. And so it's like it just kind of explodes here, and like, you guys gotta listen to this. Hold on.
You're my horizon, so hold your breath and hold on for dear love. Blue and black all over, but you know it goes.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just like the lyrics of itself are really cute, just because she's just saying how much faith she has in the two of them. And yeah, I don't know. So it really ends I mean, this is the second to last song, but also the last song does this, where it really ends the album off on an optimistic note, where, you went through and you were so confident about what you were getting yourself into, and then you take a step back and you're like, wait, maybe I actually need to think things through, or this is not exactly what I thought it was going to be, or I'm having some trouble. But then you find your strength, you find your way, and ultimately you end up in a place where you do go back to feeling truly confident about yourself, but with more of a sense of security rather than curiosity. And I think that was just quite wonderful, you know? So yeah, these are Nikki's sleepless nights, in kind of a more linear fashion, or the way that she organized it. But I don't know, Taylor Swift's, do you think it's linear at all in that, or she kind of just threw them in there? We're breaking it down.
I think she always chooses a very specific order, but I don't think there's necessarily a linear to it, but there's definitely a vibe.
That's one of the great things about albums. You have the very specific order to it.
I think the beginning of the album, it seems a lot more, she's like really in love, but it's new, or really unsure of herself, or kind of like self-pitying. And then towards the end is where she's like, I know who I am. I'm confident. And that's sort of what I am most attached to when it comes to like the Midnight's era, is the songs where it has that confidence. Honestly, the songs that have, it's like the most Jack Antonoff production ever. I'd say it's like very sparkly, rich production. That's like, it's like candy. And
Sparkly
some people,
Candy.
yes.
Can I play the Sparkly Candy song?
Start playing Bejeweled. And this song is just like sucking on a lollipop, but it gets me so hype. And you know, not some people want to eat like a roast beef dinner for their music, and that's understandable. But this, just the time in my life when it came out, and now it's just associated with like a hype song for me.
You know, fair, yeah. And you got that little TikTok dance, like here, like the
exactly. And it just became such like a fun song in the fandom. And yeah, so Bejeweled, like I feel like you could take away the vocals and I'd be like, yeah, like I want this to be the soundtrack of my life. And it's also kind of, I think it really fits in the album, but it feels like a switch up where she's like who's not letting her go out?
That's true. Like, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it feels very like her, and you're like, is this about Joe Alwyn? I don't know. But actually it doesn't matter because she's sparkling. She's bejeweled.
And you got that, like, to go back to your thesis of Midnight Rain, you know, she wants to go out, she wants to have fun, she wants to whatever, but then it seems like this person really wants to settle. And
exactly.
But she doesn't want to be kept that way.
She doesn't want to be locked in the basement.
When she wants the penthouse
of your heart.
Yeah.
And then there's also like lines like, she just said it, so it tripped me up. But it's like, the band asked if I still have a man, and she said, I don't remember. It's just like this silly, like, oh, okay, Taylor, vibe switch. And then after Bejeweled is, hold on. Oh, Labyrinth. So you go back into like the sad, really like astral projection of like you're in your dreams part of Midnight. And then we go into Karma.
Ooh.
Not featuring Spice.
No, sorry guys.
And this is very similar. Like to me, Bejeweled and Karma are twin sisters. Bejeweled is dragging you out a night on the town, but then Karma is slitting the throat of someone in the back alleyway because they messed with you.
What lovely twin sisters.
But this is the same thing where I'm like, you could take away the production, the lyrics and the vocals, and I just like really like I want to.
You want to slit the throat of somebody in a back alley.
No, I want to suck on a lollipop. Like
You're not saying this very well.
I'm just not gonna say what I was gonna say. But the production is the same like candy to me, and I want to eat it. And it's also it's also in the Eras tour, which we were lucky enough to go see. It's the last song she plays, Karma.
Oh yes.
And so the production part is like drawn out at the end as fireworks are going off, and she's like, why was I gonna give her a British accent?
Because we saw her in
Yes.
London,
She's like,
England.
thank you for coming. Wow, sorry, I just saw our friends walk. They didn't walking to class. They don't even want to stay and watch the mixtapes.
Oh,
Big fans. The ones in Allen Slate right now, you're the real ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's like the like that part of the background. I
Hit
just
those
really love it,
notes.
and so it has that nostalgia to me, that associating with the memory. It's just fun candy lollipop. I'm sucking on that lollipop. And then finally, we got Mastermind, the last track in the album, which I think also has that quintessential Jack Antonoff touch, which people are too quick to hate on, I fear.
Also,
And I
because
mean-
like, guys, Taylor Swift has decision making. Like, she likes this. That's why she's releasing it. So
I think some people got like tired of them always working together, but I do think Midnight's is their best work together. And this Mastermind, you have to like the I don't even know how you describe it. It's like,
it's kind of like arpeggiated.
that's the word, yes. But this one, it's like she's confident, but she's mysterious. She's being the mastermind and being like, I've drawn you. No, but it's sad because she's like, no one wanted to play with me as a little kid, so I've been scheming like a criminal ever since.
It's also like not even like a song of like, I'm so in love. It's like a, ha, I got you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing where it's
She's
like,
like, I did it. And then at the end, the like bait and switch of it all is that this person knew all along and let it happen. She wasn't really the mastermind. It was kind of someone actually choosing to be in love with her. So I just really love this song because it has that production candy that I want to eat, and it's like a relatable thing, and it ends on a hopeful note where she's found this person who let themselves be taken in by her and is committing to the storm that is Taylor Swift,
dang.
even though it became #Joe-over. Funny enough, because if you listen to like the extended tracks, the next song would be The Great War.
Yeah. Which the Great War, I have a lot to say about the Great War, but you're not talking about the extended tracks, so guess you'll just never know.
Yes.
Yes.
But yes, I love Midnights. I love these sleepless nights, and I think it's a very cohesive album. And
Yeah.
I think she succeeded in being a concept album.
Well, I mean, like, not that I'm saying this isn't a concept album. I'm just saying that I feel like she could have easily not said that, and no one would ever say that it's a concept album.
Oh, yes. But
If that makes sense.
I think she succeeded in her mind.
Yeah. What she was going for, it's apparent.
Yes.
So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's been the concept of. We're doing these like little hand motions like Cynthia Erivo, but my mom told me that there's no video stream that she can watch on Spirit Live today.
Oh.
So you'll just have to see our little hand motions on YouTube, actually. Follow the mixtapes.live on Instagram or go to the mixtapes.mp3 on YouTube.
Yes. Be our like 14th subscriber.
No, it'd be 15th now.
yes.
You're number 15. Woo! Okay, well,
But we'll be back again next week, guys, to have a brand new episode.
we will probably be pulled up with some guests as well, or singular guest, but you know what? Spicing up the music in here. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. We always love yapping for 10 years with you. But yeah, bye guys. See you next week.